here with the victorious head coach of the Trojans, Coach Esposito. Coach, first off, big-time win for your team tonight. Obviously a dominating performance, and Mark and I both mentioned that really the defense seemed to be kind of the separating factor. How much is that an emphasis in practice and just your game plan, especially that full-court pressure?
Well, we've been playing our run and jump all year, and we're getting better each day with it. We wanted to start out in our half-court defense that we're trying to get better at, and we did a decent job at it. We just got to continue to work at that as well. But we did get after them defensively, and our whole game plan was let our defense generate our offense, and I thought we did that pretty well early on.
You called a couple early timeouts in that third quarter. Valley started to make a little bit of a run. What was said in that timeout, and just what was kind of the approach in that timeout?
Oh, I told our guys at halftime, let's not go out and look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. Let's reestablish ourselves in the third quarter. Because I didn't want it to get us to rush offensively. I wanted to execute more of our offense and move the basketball, make them play defense, and a good shot becomes a great shot when you do that. But I just thought we rushed things too much in the third quarter, and give credit to them. I think they outworked us as well in the third quarter.
Some of the ball movement was impressive. You guys have some flows offensively where the ball just clicks in rhythm. Papuga's a heavy scorer, but I wouldn't call him a volume shooter. They're all good, and the team seems to feed to it. What do you really credit that to, that your teams have been able to do that?
Well, we've been working real hard the last few practices, probably last week, of just moving the basketball and trying to get a paint touch every once in a while with a guard. But just sharing about it. Our guys are unselfish.
Yep.
We're getting better at being a cleaner, crisper offense, and that's what I really wanted in the third quarter, and not rushing so much.
You guys had an incredible start to the season, then kind of hit a little bit of a lull, but you seem to have started to pick things back up. What's it been over the last few games that's kind of gotten you guys back into that mojo a little bit?
Playing. We were supposed to play this game at Valley last Tuesday in the high winds, and we get an inch of rain, and they have a creek going around their school, and it was rising. I guess we couldn't get in the building. I don't know. But the schedule, the Mother Nature wasn't with us for the past week, and with getting canceled at Valley and then getting snowed out. But we just had to get playing because for 2 weeks we played one game a week, and that's tough. We were supposed to play again tomorrow night, but fortunately that game got postponed because Albert Gallatin needed to play a section game. But we need to rest up a little bit and get after it in the second round of our section, which starts with Deer Lakes on Tuesday.
Well, I know that Papuga, a name that we are always mentioning, but I think Brady Angus and John Wozniak both, they do a great job complimenting Nate Papuga. What is it about their game that has kind of allowed to complement Papuga a little bit and maybe even take a little bit of the load off of him?
Well, we're lucky enough to have two really good point guards on the floor with John and Brady. Brady guts it out every night. He has some severe shin splints going on, but he just guts it out. And Woz, he plays a solid game for the most part every night, every game that we've played. And they keep guys under control, and they distribute the basketball as long as they get some paint touches and that frees Nate up on the perimeter. But one thing Nate has to do is when he gets a paint touch, he doesn't always have to attack the rack. He has to look to kick out as well.
3-3 in the section. 4th place out of 7 in the section. So you're right in the middle of all of this. What's the thing that gets you up to 2nd or 3rd? What's the thing that would make you fall to 5th or 6th?
Well, we're in familiar territory after the first round. We're usually 3-3 after the first round. First time we played Deer Lakes, we shot the ball horrible in the first half, and after the first quarter, we're winning 57-56. We go to Burrell, we shoot 1 for 20 from the arc. We just need to take care of the basketball, shoot the ball well, and get after it defensively. And we're very much looking forward to next week with Deer Lakes next up.
Well, heading into that game, how much excitement is kind of going around the locker room, especially, like you said, with the fact that Deer Lakes got your number earlier this year, but now you get a little bit of revenge.
Well, we hope so. They're very good. They're number 3 in the state for a reason. they just seem to pick up where they left off last year in the section and in the Whitfield. They're very good. We have some things that we're going to do different next time on Tuesday, but I really sense a different attitude with our guys going into next week. They kind of have a chip on their shoulder because they know that we can play with those teams, and we got to get over that hump. We have to beat a good team above us, and I like what I'm seeing in practice and the last couple nights.
Well, definitely a huge win for your group tonight, Coach. Thanks so much for stopping by, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out.